Richard Johnson, leading pass receiver in motion, so they have a triple right. And then they give to Sanders. Barry Sanders into the clear at the 40. Powerful to the 48-yard line.
They're spread out. There aren't the kinds of linebackers in there to stop it. You'll see the people widen inside, including Perry, to get to the passer, and there's a big hole for Saunders. And again, as we pointed out before the game, they're all spread out. Very few people can pursue directly to the ball. That's why they have to contain them right at the line or behind the line of scrimmage.
Developed by Sanders. He gets the call again. And the former Oklahoma State star is into Cleveland territory, but a flag is down. Sanders starts today with 871 yards. Jim Tunney.
10 yards, still first down.
Tickets Detroit with a 10-yard holding penalty. And here is...
And, of course, Wayne, I'm sure, goes to it, but not as often as Sanders would like.
There's the wide-open Richard Johnson to the 50 and to the 45, just shy of a first down by 3 yards.
That time they sprint left with Galliano and then throw back to the far side. They've been reading recently. So Wayne, from now on, just keeps moving that marker.
Sanders caught in the backfield, fumbles, and alertly Galliano falls on the loose ball. So the Lions want to make the turnover mistake, and they're able to cover their own fumble in this occasion, but a punting team will come on for Fonts. Leads the NFL in punt returns at the other end as Brian Wagner sends a short one on the bounce. Stanley averaging 16 yards a return. Gets it to the 43-yard line, and the Lions have the ball after a 13-yard kick return.
Will be a pass interference call.
Minifield seemed to be there a little early, but not detected.
There's that screen.
Sanders. Plenty of running room. 40, 30. Barry Sanders is still on his feet to the 9-yard line. .45 yards for the Lions. They have it first and goal.
Well, that was the same screen that had blown up in their face earlier in the game.
6 yards now is the call, and here's Sanders, fumbles into the end zone, and the Browns have it for a touchback. Mark Harper. Now there you saw in successive plays the best and the worst of the run and shoot. And here today playing with 45 catches on the year. Barry Sanders gets 4 or 5. Back SFL will give you his numbers after this play. Second down and 6. There's Johnson. No, this is not Johnson, but Jason Phillips, number 24 from Houston. He's a big guy at 5'7", and he picks off his 10th catch of the year. And with a
type athlete, quick, nimble, and often smaller. There's the blitz.
First down, Galliano, and down he goes from the blind side at the 27. It was Clay Matthews, and the Cleveland fans start barking. They brought the pound up north.
Matthews on a pass.
And Sanders says that's been the biggest challenge, learning how to block, and he's had to take on some big ones.
Now here he is.
Look at that move into the open field. He's strong and he's very quick across the 36-yard line. Asking some of the Lions who played with Billy Sims, a great runner out of Oklahoma, also a Heisman winner, and comparing him with Sanders, so that basically that Sims was a slasher, was very quick, but Sanders is a faster runner and a stronger runner.
Safety blitz.
And Galliano got rid of it. Races that Detroit has offered back in the last few years. Great fans here in the Midwest. The kick to Stanley, dangerous at the 29. What a block. John Miller threw a vicious block on Keith Jones, and Stanley gets out to the 43-yard line, down at the 43. Barry Sanders. Boy, that short stature and all that leg weight, he can turn a corner and doesn't skid a bit. Of Cleveland. Galliano has Johnson open, and Richard Johnson, who went from Big Blue IBM to Honolulu Blue here in Detroit, has a first down at the 30 in Houston. Draw to Sanders. Runs right by the umpire, gets dropped, and Sanders has a first down at the 18-yard line. And loss of 3, so 2nd and 8. Galliano having trouble, and down he goes, Carl Hairston, Big Daddy. So 3rd down and long. Inside, almost intercepted by Frank Minifield. It was intended for Walter Stanley.
Beautifully. Minifield, one of the really quick corners in the game.
Murray's been on quite a streak. This one's from 39 yards. And the Lions have scored first. Eddie Murray, who used that off-center pocket approach for the ball, hits it through. 3-0 Detroit.
Tradition is something special for me and my family and my wife's family, and it's something that I'll always remember. And I'd just like to wish everybody that's watching today have a happy Thanksgiving and be thankful for what you do have.
Not only physically, but just in his attitude and approach to things.
You think he loves to play?
He loves the game, thrives on it.
Eric Metcalf, and there's Spielman in on the hit again. And he took a pretty good pop himself as he ran into his own teammate. On a tough offense to defend, plus lick the wounds in a short week, and the same can be said, of course, for the Lions. Kozar with flags down, can't hit Lawyer Tillman, the rookie from Auburn, the number 2 pick. Jerry Ball, no.
Jerry Ball, one of the quickest and most likely the best defensive player on the Detroit team, jumped off sides, obviously, but he went to school with Michael Carter, the 49er. Both played the same position. Michael is senior, Jerry Ball a sophomore, and he's been a great blocker. He's a Hall of Fame football player.
3rd down, 7 for Cleveland. Kozar underneath to Tillman, and he has the first down, and the Cleveland fans let out a cheer.
Schools, they can only handle about 70. That shows you the interest they have in the work he's doing.
Underneath to Gerald McNeil, and he's hit by Benny Blades. That's a mismatch. Blades, the powerful second-year safety from Miami, at 215 pounds, and he gets the slight mite Gerald McNeil. This one for 35 yards and a tie. And so it is.
A great guy, and I hope he does well this year. I'm sure he'll do a little better than I'm doing.
The Lions have the 3 all-time. Breaking out is Mel Gray, who leads the NFL in kickoff returns, and that's why he's to the 39-yard line. 2nd and 10 as Sanders held without any yards on the first down carry. Downfield it goes to Jason Phillips, and a first down. Boy, that's a tough throw, rolling left against your arm, and he winged it well.
Down.
And a little draw, and Barry Sanders battles to the 28-yard line, a gain of about 5. Chris Pike, 305-pound defensive lineman, and Frank Minifield, the 180-pound defensive back. Galliano going deep, has Johnson open, touchdown! Richard Johnson, his 5th touchdown of the season, 27 yards, and the Lions take the lead.
Here's a good look at the pattern. It's strictly a corner pattern into the field with Galliano sprinting shortly to his left, and you'll see that there's a big hole in the defense. Now he's losing his man at the line of scrimmage, but look at that big hole outside, safety not getting there, and consequently there's just no one between the receiver and the quarterback. A simple throw.
And Bob Galliano, who has thrown for only one other touchdown pass this year, enjoyed that one. Galliano, last year at this time, he was a viewer on Thanksgiving Day in Ventura, California, studying to be a fire safety inspector. And here he is trying to put a burn on the Cleveland Browns. 16-yard line, Kozar.
Play pass again.
And underneath to Metcalf. They faked to Metcalf, let him slip through the line, and then threw him about a 10-yard play. Chris Spielman made the tackle. Fake to Jones. And then the throw to Newsome, incomplete. Nice play by William White. Ohio State.
74. Still 2nd down.
And 11. Kozar to Langhorne, and Langhorne has a first down at the 38. Third down and 8. Over the middle, and a tough catch this time by Langhorne. So he misses the easy one and comes back in heavy traffic and steals it from Jimmy Williams and Benny Blades.
So Detroit's going to try to put some heat on right here. Here they come.
And the throw to Slaughter, who takes a mean hit from William White. About an 8-yard pickup. 1:16 left in the half. Draw play to Redden. Big hole. Barry Redden, the former Ram, former Charger, has a touchdown. And listen to the Cleveland fans. Oh, my.
Here, then bend out and make a foot race out of it. And he just reads the blocks. There was a blitz inside. See him start up. Now watch. He sees the hole. Now breaking to the outside, picking up Langhorne's block. Another block outside. Now he shows good speed. People have an angle on him, defensive backs, and they can't catch him.
But that play worked because the wide receivers really blocked downfield.
They were really alert to it. Watch this. Up the field, then straight on out. Excellent blocks to the outside. A lot of those aren't really planned, but if that receiver's alert, he's in position to make the play.
So 84 yards in 8 plays, and the Browns have tied it at 10.
I couldn't believe that cheering, Dick, from this group. It seemed like at least half of this crowd are Cleveland fans.
Coming up at halftime, Thanksgiving around the NFL. It'll feature Dan Marino of the Miami Dolphins, Cincinnati coach Sam Wyche, and San Diego Chargers. And I suppose Jim McMahon might be in the thick of that. At the intermission in Pontiac, Lions 10 and the Browns. Now in. Second and a long 8. Jones in motion. Kozar. A rare scramble for Bernie, and he is crumpled at the 30-yard line. Tries to edge it forward for another yard, but he's shy by plenty. Kevin Brooks, former Michigan star, who was drafted in the first round by the Cowboys, and foot speed. Shotgun with McNeil in motion. 4 wides, 3 to the left. Kozar underneath to McNeil. Flag is down, and McNeil tackled at the 41 by William White. And now we'll check the penalty.
And they end up with a blocker.
Here's Eric Metcalf squirming out across the 45 to the 46-yard line. White makes another tackle. Boy, he's been busy. William White, who was a 4th-round pick last year from Ohio State, where he is.
There it is.
And then throws back to the man that he had faked to initially. And Keith Jones, is that? Yes, Jones, who makes the 8-yard play and a first down at the Lion 46-yard line. And a game and a half ahead of the Super Bowl reps from Cincinnati. And down hard goes Metcalf as he ran right into a wave of blue. And Jerry Ball, he makes a pretty good ripple himself.
Jerry, to a frustrated losing coach, he looks into the stands. That's what he sees.
Oh, come on. That never happened to you. Kozar pumps, and he's going long for Langhorne. Broken up nicely by Taylor.
It's right there all the way. And as it comes down, they're both in position to make the play. You know, to be honest with you, at one point, maybe 10, 15 years ago, they'd have called pass interference on that. And I always had felt it was ridiculous.
Gets to play in a dome stadium. He said, I've been lucky in that regard. The Seahawks got James Jones in an early trade this year. Kozar screens to Barry Redden. Does he have another big run in him? Nothing too long here as it's covered well by the Lions. Eric Williams, the gridiron gourmet, in on the tackle along with Ray Crockett. Harold McNeil at the other end. Jim Arnold punts. McNeil had a punt return for a touchdown against the Lions a couple years ago at the 28. 35-40. He's to the 50-yard line. What an exciting little runner he is. Gerald McNeil. Metcalf with Manoa in motion. Eric Metcalf on a quick pop for 4 to the Lion 46, where Spielman makes still another tackle. He's far and away the leader in tackles for the Lions this year. His new wife, he's been married 6 months. Kozar just didn't make it. Away from pressure, and then he's hit incomplete. Jimmy Williams, number 59, the defensive play.
Does this team need work?
Galliano. Hand off to Sanders. And he works the Cleveland defense. Look at these moves. Oh, my. Just did beat the 45-second clock. Sanders getting a block. Boy, when he turns the corner, Felix Wright finally bounces him out of bounds, and he hit him late. That'll be 15 more.
Well, that was an example of what I just spoke of. Now, it looks like they have him cut off. You'll see people come up. He's cut off. Matthews has got him. They think they've got him, and look, he just completely outruns everybody.
And with that, Barry Sanders goes over the 100-yard mark again.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Hit out of bounds, number 59. First down.
Over the century mark. Galliano into the flat, and it's Jason Phillips. Knocked out of bounds by Felix Wright. Sanders, running room. Lots of it. And caught from behind by Mike Johnson, but another first down for the Lions. Away from 1,000. Oh, what a move!
Shane Gash, one of the better DBs in the league, totally fooled.
Brilliant.
You really have to concentrate to tackle him. Gash is in great position. He steps too far, and it's over. You almost have to make sure that whatever angle you take, you keep. You don't want to step too far. You've got to keep a relationship to him and count on your teammates.
Lead in this 10-all tie.
Here's the option.
Sanders read well by Shane Gash, who runs him out of bounds for a loss. That would give the Lions the lead. Hit on 39 in the first half, and he's right down the center with that.
That could be enough, the way the Browns are moving the ball.
Well, Wayne Fonts cheers his young Lions. They're back in the lead, 13-10. Kozar with his team down by 3 underneath the Metcalf. And he is drilled. Right. Kozar underneath has a first down to Reggie Langhorne. And Langhorne is out to the 40-yard line before Chris Spielman and company can make the tackle. Looks at first down and 15. Underneath again. That's been the pattern. And Keith Jones eludes Chris Spielman to pick up another 4 yards out to the 48.
Rising very kind with the record they have.
Here comes Metcalf, and he gets across the 50, and that should give the Browns a first down.
I think it'll take 2 or 3 more years.
Final seconds of the third quarter, and Kozar drills it complete to Slaughter. And Webster Slaughter fumbles. The Lions have recovered. Dennis Gibson. Is squashed and loses the ball.
Good pattern breaking up underneath. Excellent catch. Now he's going to try to get the end zone, and he finally decides to go between people. It looks like he's in pretty good shape. No, he's lost the ball early.
Terry Taylor was the man who got the shoulder into the ball. Dennis Gibson recovered, and just as this game began with Barry Sanders fumbling into the end zone to deny the Lions a score, the Lions get it back to end the third quarter.
They're going to make great plays, then they're going to sort of strike out on occasion.
Jim Arnold roots out a good one. McNeil spins away from Crockett and is out of bounds at the 39. And he thought he was hit late.
This play.
On 3rd and 5. Complete to Slaughter, who hangs on for a first down. 7-yard gain to the Lion 48. On 2nd down and 13. Langhorne open down the middle. No, it's Ozzie. Ozzie Newsome has another catch, and that moves him up another notch on the all-time panel. Protected well. The throw incomplete to Langhorne. Flag down. Jerry Holmes got there too soon.
To really be an effective play.
Defense, number 43, first down.
It was a tough call. Underneath and complete to Webster Slaughter, who has another catch. He's over the 50 catch mark, and Slaughter's making a real bid despite the fumble today.
Mark Brown, number 95, coming off the right defensive right side's really been a factor.
Keith Jones, and the hit made by Mike Kofer, who has played sparingly today. And Jones was juggling the ball as he went through the hole. Two tight ends. They need just inches. A flag goes down, and that may deny the first down. Face mask, though, is also a possibility. No, it's against Cleveland.
In the middle of the field and get 5 yards, so they know they've got a field goal. There it is.
Tim Manoa got 3 or 4 before he stacked up by Jimmy Williams and the omnipresent William White. And it is no good. It just missed to the right. Yards on the season. Galliano, and down he goes. Carl Big Daddy Hairston, another sack for him, and on Andrew Stewart got a piece of it.
That's no insult.
Third down and 17. And Sanders, they were keying on him. You're absolutely right, Coach. Clay Matthews, mirroring every move of Sanders, drops him for a loss. So that sequence went Sanders a 1-yard loss, then a sack by Hairston on the quarterback Galliano, and now another loss of 2 yards against Sanders.
Can get to the 50. Cozart at least should be able to get a field goal.
Good pressure on Arnold. Short kick. McNeil, fair catch at the 44-yard line, and Ray Crockett didn't run too far that time. He had him covered. I apologize for that. We're back with you now from the Silver Dome, and it's Cozart to Langhorne. Second and short as Jones is sent in motion. Metcalf on the sidelines.
Good throw to his right now. That's been open all day.
Goes the other way, however, to Ozzie Newsome, and another catch for the veteran tight end from Alabama. His first catch of this long string was from Brian Sipe, but the first time as a rookie that Newsome touched the ball, he scored a touchdown.
Banker really didn't do anything at that point.
Cozart. Down he goes. That will be in the grasp. A sack back at the 42. Jerry Ball. He is a load.
Had to be ready on this kind of situation to have the right play call.
Cozart protected well. And now throws to Langhorne, who gets out of bounds at the Lion 41-yard line. That'll be 11 yards short of a first down, but does get back some of the 27. Might be a first down. Let's check the penalty. It's against Cleveland. Slaughter was applauding as if he thought he had been fouled, and apparently it went the other way. Third and 21. Underneath to Redden. And a good open field tackle by Ray Crockett. Protected.
Well, they have the field position now. They really can't go wrong. If they can just sooner or later punt, I'm not sure a lot of coaches would have done it.
Lomas Brown was the man guilty of holding. Another flag here in the late going. Here's Sanders. Draw. Ran right around Bubba Baker. And then stays in bounds. There's a big leg play by Barry Sanders as he throws the veteran Baker and then had the mental makeup to stay in bounds and keep the clock running. 10 yards and gets a standing ovation as he joins only 2 other Lions in history. Barry Sanders, Billy Sims, Steve Owens, the only Lions over 1,000 yards in their great history. Dutch Clark now with 2:31 and only 1 timeout remaining. Sanders, there he goes, and 1 tackle away from a touchdown. Mark Harper saved it for Cleveland, but now the Browns are running out of time. They can't stop it, and this is where that 45-second clock is a killer late in the game. just seems like too much time to just kneel down and let it run out. That Sanders, well, I guess not if you're a Lion fan. Sanders stopped, 4th down, 1:08. So the Browns will get the ball with no timeout. Aggressive alive defense. Kosar could squeeze 2 plays in 10 seconds. Has to hit one fairly deep on the sideline. He goes to the sideline to Slaughter. Intercepted by Jerry Holmes. Holmes looking for a block. He is not in the end zone. Or is he? Yes. Touchdown. Happy Thanksgiving. Detroit Lions beat the Browns. This is the 1,000-yard mark in just his 12th game.
Well, Kosar had to throw it up. He had just maybe 2 plays, so he lost it. It takes off on him a little bit. 2 people going for the ball, and that was it. I'm not sure his arm is right. Let's hope for him that it gets better.
So the Lions, on the final play of the game, get the interception touchdown by Holmes. The frosting for Wayne Fontes, whose team defensively checked the Browns and had enough offense.